Today we have with us Dishita Sehgal, a student behind the child artist. Many people who are watching you here must have seen you on the screen, I'm sure. So today I want to start off by asking you, who is Dishita off the screen?
I am a completely different person on screen, off screen. I am very shy, very introverted in real life, but on screen you see me bubbly, talking to everybody, completely different.
Behind all of the glamour or behind all of the fun things that you do, there is a lot of pressure, right? Peers who are doing better than us. What is that pressure like for you?
For me, I wouldn't look at what my peers are doing, how many marks they're getting, oh, they're excelling better than me. That's okay, that's good for them. But I'll look at, okay, I did this much last year. Am I doing better? Have I become better at it? And even my teachers, they wouldn't compare me to another student.
In spite of all of this, is there any sort of little feeling also that I was not able to do this? Or when you're not able to achieve something, what happens?
It does. You do feel down, of course.
You've worked with big artists. When you come back to your friends, do you feel that they treat you differently?
I am very grateful to have a group of friends who are not like that. They are who they are in front of me, and I really appreciate that.
Tell us about any funny thing that has happened on set, anything that you remember.
It was my first movie for Baby, and the scene was I had to go and jump on Akshay sir for the scene, and I wasn't able to jump because I was shorter than the bed. They tried to put like cushions down, and then I used to go up. I used to keep on falling and sliding off the thing.
Namaste and welcome to The Native, Tribe Behind Every Child, brought to you by dreamzspire in association with purpleebeestudio. Today we have with us Dishita Sehgal, a student behind the child artist, and we welcome her to our tribe. Hi Dishita.
Hi, Miss Niyati.
How are you?
I'm good, Miss. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm super excited to have you here with us today.
I'm very excited to be here.
Is this a new experience for you?
Yes, it's my first ever podcast ever.
Yeah. So what are the thoughts that are running in your mind right now?
I hope I give good answers, and yeah, I don't take too much time to think.
Okay. Many people who are watching you here must have seen you on the screen, I'm sure. So today I want to start off by asking you, who is Dishita off the screen in real life? Let's tell people about that, Dishita.
I am a completely different person on screen, off screen. I am very shy, very introverted in real life. I do not open up to people very often, and like very quickly. It takes me time to be comfortable with someone. But on screen, you see me bubbly, talking to everybody, completely different.
And where do you think you get that personality from?
My dad.
Your dad? Okay. And what about your mom? We know your mom is an RJ. What have you taken from her?
Mom's creativity. She's creative about everything she does. She writes stories, she writes cartoons. She'll talk to any person on the street also. She'll have a full-blown conversation with them. She'll talk to them nicely. Whereas me and Papa just standing kind of awkwardly sometimes on the side because we are not very good with having conversations with somebody we just met.
Okay. All right. And you have a little brother also.
He's very mischievous. He'll be running around the house 24/7. If you tell him to study, he's like, खेलना है, खेलना है, खेलना है, नहीं अभी खेलना है. And if you tell him कि okay, you study and then you pray, he's like, नहीं पहले खेलना, and then after that studies we forget. But he's very smart though.
How old is he?
He's 5.
Ah, okay. So you must be having a lot of fun with him.
It's fun, but then when he goes running behind me with a bat or running around and trying to catch me, it is very scary sometimes because he can be very strong.
Okay. All right. So, Dishita, tell me, how is this? You said you're introverted, right? You don't open up much. But what about your friends? How are you with them?
Again, a completely different person. I do talk to the people. So once I get to know a person, I talk a lot. I'll talk to them about every single thing in my life, everything that has happened. Oh, this, I'll go on oversharing like crazy. But if I don't know somebody, I'll just be like, hi, hello, how are you doing? And I don't know much to speak about, but as I slowly ease into the conversation with them, I become more open.
So you can't make small talk.
I can make small talk, but then if I get to know the person, I like talking to that person, that small talk becomes a very long conversation and can span through different things like studies, life, what are you going to do when you grow up or something like that.
Interesting, interesting. So what do these conversations sound like at your age? I would love to know. If you can tell me what are the kind of things you and your friends discuss.
Currently, we're in grade 10, so most of the conversations are like, okay, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in schools after 10th? Oh, which school are you going? Oh, this exam happened. How are your marks? You know, this teacher, we really like did not understand this chapter because we were absent. So can you ask that teacher to tell me because I'm scared to ask that teacher? Or, oh, I really enjoyed this session. You should have come today. Why did you miss? Or like, oh yeah, this person is kind of different for me. I don't know how to handle it.
Okay, okay. Sounds like a lot of support you seek from your friends and you give back to your friends.
They are a really supportive group. Honestly, they've been there for me. Some of them I know from fourth. Some I met in sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. But it all feels like we all are connected somewhere and have the same thoughts, and we like connect very well. So
Yeah, I totally resonate with that because I still have my school friends whom I'm in touch with. So, school friendships are very special. And now that especially you're in 10th, you're going to move out, or what thoughts are running in your mind? You're not going to be with the same friends. What
it's
are you feeling about that?
it's very emotional because last year we planned our 10th grade farewell, the batch which just left, and we all were looking at them and they were crying, teary eyed, and we are like, oh no, we are going to be there. And like the grade, we used to think, oh, it's going to be 9 years later, 6 years later, 4 years later, and now we are in that grade. So we get very emotional about it. And since most of us are changing schools or going different places because of our different career choices and different whether you want to do IBDP, A level, CBSE, or junior college, or NEET, so we are very emotional because we don't know how much time we'll get to talk to each other. We won't meet each other daily. It wouldn't be like, okay, see you tomorrow. It would be like, okay, see you the next time when we meet, but we have no clue when that is.
Absolutely. And that's such a different feeling, no? When you tell your friends, see you tomorrow, and changing to telling them that, oh, we don't know when we're going to meet next. Who do you think are your friends who are going to stay with you, stay in touch with you?
I think all of my friends will stay in touch because we're in today's generation. We have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, some way or the other, we are going to stay connected. And I don't have a very, very big group of friends. So it will be easier to stay connected with them. And I mean, I'm saying it right now. I really hope they could stay connected no matter where they are because I really love them.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that on your face. You're so excited to talk about them. That's nice. That's very nice. So, tell me a little bit about your educational journey. How um, how have you been shaped as a student?
I think my teachers and my parents had a really big part in it. My parents always told me that acting is something you do just as a hobby. It's not something, if you want to grow up, you want to do it, but your first priority should always be your studies. Hobbies and all are good, but you should give equal, in fact, a little more priorities to your studies. You might not excel in them, but it's not like you should completely give them away. Like, okay, I don't care, because education you'll use at some point of your life. The things you learn in school, okay, maybe not Pythagoras theorem, you'll actually apply in real life if you're not an engineer or something dealing with that. But you might use English, like different concepts or talking to people, the language you're using, the tone you're using. So that is something my parents and even my teachers were really kind enough. Like, they never like, oh, you're acting in this. Oh my God, that's such a big deal. They always treated me as normal students, and that was something I really liked because I wasn't being given any special treatment. And I did not even realize acting like that was a big deal, like till I went and talked to people outside. So studies are something that have always been my first priority. My teachers, Miss Niyati in first grade, when I got Hindi medium, I was in 2 months for Delhi on and off coming back to Mumbai. And my school and Miss Niyati used to always message Mama, email Mama all the worksheets. I was on track with my studies. Even in third grade when Miss Vrinda, we had war, like I used to talk to Miss, oh Miss, I'm doing this. And she was so excited about it, like equally. And I used to feel so happy talking about it. But studies, like my teachers and my parents made sure I never lacked in those. No matter if I did not excel or did I excel, but at least I knew those concepts and had the understanding of it.
Absolutely. No, I completely remember and resonate with what you're saying, because I remember that you would always make sure that you finish your work and you come prepared to the classroom, whatever you had missed. So that was a fantastic thing. And I think you do speak a lot about your parents who support you. So what has their support been like in your life?
Papa's work can be managed from the phone and stuff because like remotely too, and mama has always been there for me. She's a radio jockey and all, so both of my parents used to come to pretty much all of my shoots, be there. Papa used to drive the car, used to stay late at night. Mama used to be there explaining me all the dialogues. Okay, this is how you do a scene, this is not how you do a scene. And then she used to tell me if I used to feel like every down or something, like, oh, I did not make this, but she never let me feel that. She's like, this is trial, you're trying, and it's not meant to be perfect because you're a kid. And they were always there to support me. You might not see them on camera, but they were my biggest support house, you could say, who were there off screen for me. And they always told me, you're very good, you're doing this amazing.
Absolutely. Do you remember the first time you faced the camera? What was the feeling like?
It was different, but I had given countless auditions before it, so it wasn't that bad because auditions are also in front of the camera. And I had my mom and dad there to support me throughout it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And when you faced the camera, do you remember the feeling that you had? Like, what were you feeling at that time? Or were you too small to kind of understand what's happening and it was like play for you?
It was more of play, fun, something I thought, okay, this is like another hobby I do. Like, I do art. Okay, so this is something like art. I just enjoy doing it. So I never saw it as something I do. It was something fun. It was a plaything for me. Yes, I was slightly nervous maybe to be in front of the camera when there are thousands of people behind it. But I always enjoyed it because everybody on set made it really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you were enjoying yourself on set, like you mentioned, thousands of people watching you, and you're doing these different new things, meeting new people, versus coming back to the classroom to an absolutely different life, coming back to studying. What did you feel at that time? Did you feel that, oh my god, padna padega, or padhai is so boring, and that's more fun? Did you feel like that ever?
No, I would say my teachers, my classmates made school really fun. I used to tell mama, like, okay, mama, I'm not missing my school for this day. If I would return late at night, also, I'm like, I am going to school this day. I was like, mama, do you think this is more important or should I do studies? And then my mom's like, obviously studies, right? So my mom always made sure school was my priority. My teachers made studies so fun, like different games to do it. Okay, photosynthesis, you draw this plant, you label it, you make a 3D model.
Hmm. So you were equally attracted to studying and growing in your education.
I would say slightly more maybe to school because I would cry if I missed a day of school.
Oh, so you were more wanting to be in school rather than going for your
No,
shoot?
it was fun for shooting
Equal.
also. Equal.
Equal. Okay, that's nice. That's very, very interesting. All of this, did it leave any room for you to do anything else? Like go for birthday parties, hang out with friends?
Mama made sure I did not miss too much. Like my parents made sure I did not miss too much of school. So they would be like most of the shoots would be either on a Saturday or a Sunday. And if I had an event, annual day, my mom was like, straight up, no, we're not going for shoots. Your annual day is fun. These are school experiences you should take. Or sports day, both my parents were like, no, your sports day is there. No matter if I did not like participating in it, you're like, you're still going because those experiences are going to live for you forever.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if I had birthday parties or any other event, I did a lot of extracurriculars except for acting. Even like when I grew up, I did man, I do paintings, I did theater in school, inspire us, different events, vice captain. So
So tell me more about your role as a student in school. You're mentioning that you've done so many things, and it sounds like you're excelling in all of this. How are you
I wouldn't
enjoying
say
it?
excelling, but it's really fun. I'm trying to manage my time and everything. Ninth grade was a little chaotic, hectic, but fun because I was the vice president. We had something called as Inspire Us in school, a bunch of different events, and we had to give each kid an event, allocate them with the help of teachers and my house captain. But that was fun. Then we had MUN, Modern United Nations, and I was chair. I was really grateful to be able to chair middle school MUN, and there were other school kids also coming to us, so that was fun. And then I did internships. One was for a beauty brand, and then the other one was for like an umbrella company, sort of helping them do their Instagram. So it was a lot of fun, and I tried to manage my time. I wouldn't say I was perfect at everything. There were, of course, mistakes because I'm still a kid, but I enjoyed the entire process. It taught me a lot of things. It taught me, okay, there are ups and downs. Teamwork is important. If you want to do something, you have to give it your all. There might be days you feel like, oh, I'm going to just give up, or there might be somebody who made a comment on saying that, oh, my kid, you did not pay enough attention to it when you have hundreds of other people. So it did happen, but those all experiences really taught me important lessons and helped me become a better person.
Let's talk a little bit about those lessons behind all of the glamour, which we see on the screen, or behind all of the fun things that you do. There is a lot of pressure, right? I mean, I know I've been a student, so I know that there is so much pressure. There are peers who are doing better than us. There are so many things going or happening, and sometimes we feel that मुझे ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है. I want to do this also. I want to be here also. So, what is that pressure like for you?
My parents have never put like a study pressure that you have to excel, you have to get A stars only. They're like, you have to get it, you have to gain knowledge. It matters what you learn than how many marks you score. So for me, I wouldn't look at what my peers are doing, how many marks they're getting. Oh, they're excelling better than me. That's okay, that's good for them. But I'll look at, okay, I did this much last year. Am I doing better? Have I become better at it? And even my teachers, they wouldn't compare me to another student. If I've gone down a bit, maybe in a subject because of some understanding issues, they'll tell me that done. And I think not having a pressure from parents to like do excelling something is really helpful, because even if I do not get the best marks in a subject, my parents are like, it's okay, you'll try better next time, work harder. Because marks do not define who you are or what you're going to do in your future. Some people can get really good marks and maybe not have the true understanding of the subject or the depth of the subject that you need to know to apply those rules in real life.
Right.
And that's what matters, your understanding more than your marks. That's what my parents have always told me, and I go by that.
That's excellent with what you go by. That really makes sense. But I really want to know, in spite of all of this, is there any sort of little feeling also that, I was not able to do this, or when you're not able to achieve something, what happens? What do
It
you feel?
does. You do feel down, of course.
Yeah.
But the way you handle it matters. If you talk to your parents or if you talk to somebody, like I talk to my mom and dad, I tell them, okay, I'm like not very proud of myself. I did not get it. But they tell me it's okay. You're still a kid. You're learning. In life, you'll make mistakes. So you might not achieve something. But you have your entire life ahead of you. We have so many years to come. Just because, okay, maybe you did not get this thing when you were 13, nobody's going to grow up and ask you, oh, did you get that when you were 13? Or nobody's going to grow up and ask you, oh, how much did you get in your 10th boards? They're going to see what you're doing then, what you're doing now, because your work's experience also nowadays. A lot of schools, colleges focus more on the real life aspects of life and your understanding towards it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. So, do you have moments when you feel very low and you want to cry, you want to scream, you want to just be by yourself? What are those moments like?
I mean, if I've not been able to do something perfectly, because I feel like everything should be perfect in life, despite me knowing, okay, you cannot achieve that always, but you do feel sad. I'll talk to my parents again, or I'll just sit and I'll do nothing, scroll through my phone, bad habit, but yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm not able to do something perfectly or something how I imagined it to be, I do feel sad about it. Maybe I did not score the percentage I wanted in an exam. I do feel sad about it. I cry about it. But then in the end, like I'll be more calmer after I've talked to my parents, I've talked to my friends and teachers and everything.
So, you have friends whom you can go and share
All of them, pretty much.
all of them.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's nice. And do you feel that, you've worked with big artists, okay? And when you come back to your friends, do you feel that they treat you differently, or they, they give you a vibe which is like not cool. Have you ever felt something like that?
I am very grateful to have a group of friends who are not like that. They do not judge me for what I do or if I'm acting. They won't treat me differently. They won't look at me in a different, like, oh, she's an actor. We have to act a certain way. They are who they are in front of me, and I really appreciate that because we get to have real conversations, not ones which are rehearsed in their mind and they're like thinking, oh, if I do not answer this, will she judge me for it? Or will she care, oh, what if I talk about this comment on this thing? Will she judge me for it? They give me real opinions to what they think, and that truly matters a lot to me.
So you spoke a lot about emphasis on education and how your parents have inculcated that value of, education being so important. Uh, what is it that you enjoy about learning?
It's the new aspects I get to know, and I'm not perfect at every subject. I get very scared of maths. Before the math paper, I'm panicking out. I'm like running here and there, like, oh, what if I'm not able to answer this question? Okay, I'm not sure, like, how do you do this quadratic equation formula? And before ninth, like first exams, I used to be so scared. I used to start crying before the paper. I used to be like in tears. I don't know what to do. What if I get low marks and I'm not able to do it? But then I slowly started practicing
What
more.
was the fear about? I also feared math a
Maths,
lot when I was in school, honestly.
numbers, calculation. I used to I solve questions thrice, and then I used to get three different answers every time. Like first time it's 50, second times it's 30, second times it's 70, and I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know how to do it. I do not have the understanding of that thing, and that's probably because I take more time to understand that particular subject.
Hmm.
It's not like a subject that, oh, I got it in one day like some people do. And then physics again, same calculation, numericals. As soon as that was brought in, I got so confused, like, oh, how am I supposed to do this? This formula will be applied here or this formula will be applied there. And then in maths, when x was introduced, that was the worst thing. When maths and English came together, it was so confusing. Like, oh, I used to think, why do we have letters here? Why do we have x and y? Can't it just be numbers? Isn't that what math stands for? But then I started taking help from tuition teachers, asking more questions, extra classes, and that helped me become better. Definitely not perfect, but there's a long way to that, and I can work towards it because everything is not served to you on a golden platter. You have to really work hard for it. And once you recognize your weaknesses, you'll know, okay, where am I lacking, where I can go better at it. So that's something I think is really important while
So a
studying.
lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work and recognizing your weaknesses. Just saying that, oh, I'm bad at this subject, I wouldn't pay much attention to, is wrong. Because you may be really good at subject, you might have really good understanding, but you're not able to apply it, and there might be here 3 points here or there which you might need help from a teacher or an adult or a mentor to understand what you're doing wrong.
And
And
how did these teachers help you in your journey to get better?
they gave me more sums. I used to ask questions. I was very hesitant to ask questions. I'm like, okay, what if somebody judges me if I ask this question? Will I sound too stupid asking this question? Or will people be like, really, this is so simple. I could understand it. Why is she not able to? But that fear, when it was slowly removed from me, I slowly left it and I started asking more questions and trying to understand it better. And the teachers giving me more worksheets, more attention. Like when I started math tuitions, there were more worksheets. Like, so try to make the math like way more fun. Even in school, the teachers tried to, okay, like add jokes or add worksheets or add videos, which made it more interactive and made me see math more as a friend rather than an enemy. And
Right.
that's what is important in studies. You don't see like a subject as your enemy. You should think that, okay, we both are learning together. It's learning how I learn, and I should learn what it is about.
So, Dishita, I was a student who was very fearful to ask questions. Like you rightly said, there are so many who fear being judged. That what if this question is so stupid? Okay, what if I'm going to be laughed at? How did you overcome that? Did someone help you?
Everybody helped me. Every person was around me because everybody is going to a school to learn. If we knew everything the day we were born, why would we even need to go to school? Nobody is perfect at it, and no question in the world is stupid. Because I mean, why if Newton did not think, why did the apple fall on my head, why did it fall on the ground, we wouldn't have discovered gravity. So no question is stupid or silly, no matter how much you see it. It definitely took me time to understand it because, okay, like people around me are able to understand this concept so easily. I'm taking time to get like a grasp on it. Will I sound stupid? Am I dumb to ask this question, when that's not the truth. Everybody has a different pace of learning, and that's completely okay. Your friends might be at a different level than you, or your peers might be at a different level than you. They are not your competition. Your competition should be yourself and your understanding. Okay, I have become better. You shouldn't look at, oh, somebody got a 90 while I'm still stuck at 75. But you should see your growth from becoming from a 65 to a 75. Definitely, it's possible for you to reach a 90, but it'll take time. You have to be every day used to revise or study, or maybe something that would help you become better at that subject. Just saying, okay, I want to become better at that subject wouldn't work out. Like when you're making a cake, you can't just go put like a simple tin in the oven and be like, okay, I'm done with baking. That's not what's going to give you the cake. So for the final product, you have to do hard work, and that hard work will take months, maybe years, or sometimes even days for people, and that's okay to understand.
Right. Absolutely. And it's very important that we are talking about this because there are many out there who need to know this, that it's okay to take your time, because there are so many who must be struggling like you did once upon a time. Can you think of any one person, any one friend or teacher who inspired you or who brought about that change in you?
I would all of the teachers some way or the other help, but my main fear was removed sort of in eighth grade when my math teacher was more like, okay, if you don't want to ask in front of the students, come to me in snack, come to me in lunch. I'll sit there, I'll help you understand it. Even in sixth grade, the teachers tried telling me that, but I was still more hesitant. Oh, what if somebody sees me going to the teacher? What if they judge me? Because sixth grade math is apparently very easy, but I'm not getting it. So like, am I even worthy enough to be in sixth grade used to always pop up in my mind. So when that slowly happened, I started approaching the teachers on my own. That helped me, and the teachers like also encouraging it, saying that, oh, you come to me in lunch break, oh, you can stay after school, no problem, 10 minutes, you are a carpool student, come learn from me. And even in tuitions, when I started taking math tuitions, the sir told me that, okay, you shouldn't treat math as like something you hate. Try to like start loving it, and then that's when the subject will start loving you back.
That's very interesting. That's an interesting take. So this fear of math that you had, did you have any sort of fear like that on camera when you when you face the camera and when you do your act or your dialogues, or any sort of fear do you have there?
I used to be very nervous if there's like a really long dialogue. What if I forget it? Or I was doing this one stunt scene in my Telugu movie. I thought, oh, it's going to be like bungee jumping. Though I'm still terrified of bungee jumping, I'm very scared of it. I was like, oh, it's going to be easy. And then suddenly, when you have to go, I walk ahead, it was like a drop. You have to drop down. I got so scared. I was freaking out. What if I'm not able to do it? Will anybody on the like set be upset with me? Like, oh, you couldn't do it. You could have told us before you couldn't do it. We would have gotten a stunt double. But everybody was there over here telling me, okay, it's okay, no problem, you'll do it. Even the actor Nak Chaitanya Bhaiya was also very nice. So everybody motivated me. And then when I walked ahead in that scene and I didn't do the fall, it was terrifying, but I did overcome my fear. And at the end of the day, everybody was on tears when they saw the scene, and I was so proud of myself for going that. I got a cake, I got a milkshake. Nag Chaitanya Bhaiya got cakes and milkshakes for me in the vanity van, and my mom was there to support me. Everybody on the set, the director, sir, the AD Bhaiyas, even the spot Bhaiyas were like, very good, good job. And that made me feel really proud of myself for facing my fears and doing something I never thought I would be able to do.
Right. So can we say that your confidence for talking to people or facing challenges has built gradually?
Confidence is something that builds over the years. So everybody has fears. Somebody might be afraid of the dark, somebody might be afraid of the height, and that's okay to accept it. But you should build on it. You should face your fears. Maybe small, like in a percentage. If you're afraid of the darkness, okay, maybe try just sleeping with a small night lamp on, and then gradually turn it.
So celebrations and all are very, very fun and they look so amazing. But what is the prep that goes behind all of this? Dishita, I want to know, जब scene के लिए prep करते हो तो what are the things that go behind it?
One particular thing I did learn few things for the roles and stuff was swimming. When I did for a movie, I had no clue how to swim. I was terrified to go into the water. I was scared, okay, what to do, how to do it. But I
And
had
how
to,
old were you at that time?
7, 8.
Hmm.
So I was very scared of swimming, like, but to prove that I can do that role, I had to learn swimming. And I learned swimming in 15 days, but I was still very scared to go onto the deeper side of the pool and dive. I was so hesitant. I was like standing there for 10 minutes. I'm like, no, I am not going. I'm like, no, please don't push me. So just came in and pushed me. And I did not realize I could actually swim in the deeper part. I could swim easily in 11 feet, go down, touch, and come back. So when somebody pushed me towards it, I was able to, like, jao, do it. Like, thakka maar do, karna hai karo. Because obviously, there were teachers around the pool, there were teachers down. Nothing would have happened to me. But until you face that fear, until I faced it, I did not realize I could actually
And this
do
was
it.
a prep for your shoot, for a
Yeah.
scene. What was
For
the scene? Can you tell us about that?
it was, so I was supposed to be surfing
Hmm.
and swimming in that scene, but then later it got removed and I had to play football for it. And luckily in school we were like playing football in sports sessions, so I knew basics of it.
So you learned swimming for a scene, but you did not use it over
But
there.
it's an important life skill.
But you
So
faced your
face the
fears.
fear, and it was an important life skill. So now even if I go somewhere to a beach, I can go snorkeling, scuba diving. I can learn how to swim, and I'm not terrified of the water. Like if I want to go to the beach, I can go like, okay, fine, let's go swimming. Otherwise, I would just be sitting on the sand. I'm like, what to do now? I have nothing to do.
Absolutely. Tell us about any funny thing that has happened on set. Anything that you remember.
It was my first movie for baby, and the scene was I had to go and jump on Akshay sir for the scene, and I wasn't able to jump because I was shorter than the bed. They tried put like cushions down, and when I used to go up, I used to keep on falling and sliding off the thing, and everybody on set was having jalebi, and I used to call jalebi jabeli or something like that, and I was constantly telling mama jalebi, and then the director was like, okay, अभी ये सीन करना ना तो you'll get jalebi. And I was very hesitant to hug any male actor on set, like when I was a kid. So I used to hug them like this. I'm like, ho gaya hug, finished. So I was like, okay, if you do the scene nicely, it was a pillow fighting scene, so you had to hug, have fun. And he's like, if you do this nicely, I'll get you a whole big plate of jalebi. So I finished that scene so quickly, and I got such a big plate of jalebi, and I might have not been able to finish it all, but it was fun.
Yeah, surely sounds like a lot of fun. How do you use all of this learning in your school? Is it useful?
It's definitely useful when you're learning scripts and dialogues. Your brain gets ready to look, okay, I can learn a whole page of history answers, I can learn these answers, I can understand it. And then when you read creative scripts, story ideas for your narrative writing, descriptive writing papers, you get those ideas. And I might not like just copy them directly. I take inspirations from them and they help me become more creative, coming up with ideas, adding new elements, taking, okay, what if I take this element and I collaborated with another element? Will it sound good? Will it look good? So those do definitely help.
So your scripts help you do your creative writing in
Yeah.
school. That's nice.
Imagination, you're able to imagine things more
Imagination.
better, and you're able to understand people's opinions also better, because when you're on a set there'll be thousands of different opinions on how to do a particular scene. So that helps you become more open-minded too, and understanding different opinions. Sometimes as a kid you might be very rigid, okay, what I believe is the only thing which is right. But when you go meet other people, interact with them, you get to know so many different opinions, so many different lights you can see a particular topic on, and that truly helps you become like better and formulate your opinions more better, because you know both sides of the picture too.
So it makes you a better person.
Yes.
So that has helped you in your personal life with your friends, family as well, that
Yes,
experience.
it has definitely helped, because then especially like more of the studies part, even as talking to people, okay, you'll see like, oh, if I want to, when we have theater in school or any dramas, oh, I wanted this scene to be shown like this on stage, but what if somebody has a better idea? And then when people are ready to share those ideas together, when you get them together, it becomes beautiful. One idea might just look good, but the other ideas, collaborating them, adding them, makes it better and truly stand out. So teamwork, like working on sets, you see thousands of people, hundreds of people working together just to get that one perfect shot. And from that, what I learned is teamwork is really important, and I applied it to my school also. And whether it's a small group project while studies, or whether it is a competition that we all are prepping for. So those teamwork skills and helping each other, guiding each other really helped me.
Do you ever feel that I have so much more experience than all of them have? So I know more than them. and they should be listening to me, or I can do it so much more better than them. Have you ever had these moments or feelings?
No, because I feel like you're never better than truly anybody. I mean, you can be okay. I can do this like this one particular task better than the other person, but that doesn't mean the other person is automatically bad. And sometimes ideas might not pop up into your brain. Somebody who's too perfect, I mean, that person won't be a human, right? So it's important to hear to other people, understand what their opinions are. And as a kid, as a teenager, that's really important because all of us have a different mindset to look at things. Somebody might look at, oh, that's just a green plant. The other person might look at, oh, that green plant is sort of making a face. What if we use that for a picture? So when you bring ideas together, you collaborate on things, it helps you understand, oh, I could do this alone and it would look good. But when I am with somebody else, I could just make it better. I could make it look perfect. I could make it look so beautiful. So that's important.
So you spoke about collaborating and listening to the other person, hearing them out and being open-minded. How often do you feel your friends are like that towards you?
They have been very open to accepting me, but now I'll talk about the friends I currently have. There might have been people and ups and downs within friendships, and those friendships most definitely haven't last, and that's probably because they started treating me differently because I was acting, or they started not being themselves around me. Oh, when I got this project, they're like, oh yeah, like very pretentious, very like reserved, and they weren't like the old friends I used to have. And that's when you know, like, okay, they're not able to understand me anymore, and that's completely okay because they themselves are kids. But most of the friend group I
So
have,
what is it that they don't understand about your life,
they don't
Dishita?
understand that I'm not an adult yet. I'm still a kid. Acting is something I do as a hobby. For them, I've heard so many people say, oh, your career's set now. Why do you come to school? You can earn money. Just go act on set. It must be so fun. Oh, it must be so easy. Just go sit there, act, read some dialogues. Do you think even I can do that? Your career is like so easy, bro. I should have done it. Why are you in school? Why didn't you go to some other school, some acting school? Why are you here? So those things might sound funny to them, but that's really serious for me because acting is not something I'm doing as a career or a job right now. It's something I love doing, something I enjoy, and that's what I've always treated it as my entire life. It's not like right now it's said that, oh, I want to do this as a career only. Like accounts and commerce, I really do like that in school. Biology, I like that in school. So acting is just not my entire personality. I have different parts of me too, and sometimes when people fail to see that, that's something I do not like. Like they'll only treat me as an actor, but they do not see I paint too, I dance too, I like to study more, or I like commerce, I like accounts. And the people who do see the other part of me are truly who I can say are my friends. The others are just people around me, maybe classmates, fellow mates, or just people who I talk to. But
How do they impact you?
I have learned for them not to impact because obviously it's not very often you see a person who's acting in films and then you see them. So their reaction is justified, but I do not hate them for their reaction because that's them for them. But it used to impact me start like, why are they being like this? Like, is it something different? Is it something that should I be different, or should I act like this, or should I just make acting my entire personality? But then I slowly learned it, talked to different people, met other people, realized, okay, no, acting shouldn't be everything, like the entire personality. People who see that just see a side of you
Hmm.
and not the other one. The other one who is like different. She's a different Dishita. She'll be different around you.
So the ones who see the real Dishita have stuck around. They've stayed
Definitely.
with you.
Definitely.
So this is, can we say that this is a sort of, negative attention that you get, but there must be like positive attention also that you must be getting.
Yes,
What
there
about
is.
that?
There is positive attention when somebody recognizes me in public. So this was like in 2020, I had gone to have McDonald's with my dad, and there's this really nice auntie who comes like, "Oh wait, I see you're the 30 rupee mama girl, na, right?" Like, and I get really happy that they recognize me for something I've done. So obviously, not everything is bad and not everything is very good. You have to work hard for it, and then there are downsides to like anything. So the glitz and glamour you see on screen might not always be the story behind the scene. But also when I recently went to Mahabaleshwar in December, and we had gone to visit a factory where they make honey, and a bhaiya working there, he saw me and he came outside and he's like, "Oh, आपको मैंने films में देखा है." And I got so excited. Like, it's been so many years and I've not done many films because of personal choices like studying. I wanted to focus on that. Then I had my little brother during lockdown. I'm like, people still recognize me. That means I've done at least something good in life, and like they remember it. They might have
Makes you
connected with
feel
my goal.
happy?
It makes me definitely feel happy. So there are always two sides of the dice, and it depends on what side you're seeing. But you should have a good balance of it, because you should see the good side and the bad side, and then make your decision. Like if you just see good side of acting, oh, you're doing this, you're going on set, you're meeting new people, but you shouldn't just choose acting because of that, or you shouldn't just choose a career line because of that. You should see, okay, how much hard work is going. Some days you have to be awake at 5 in the morning to reach a set at 8, and then you're shooting till 11, 12 in the night, or you're going for a flight outside, like outside your state, or sometimes in countries some people go to. You should know that it's not all easy. It's not like all, hey, glitter, glamour, I'm so happy. There are hard parts to it, and you should be aware about everything, no matter what you're doing. If you're taking acting as a career, or you want to do acting as a thing.
So, can this be like a message you want to give out to someone who's wanting to get into acting?
Yeah, definitely, you should give it a try, because everything in life, you should at least give it a try once. But you shouldn't leave your studies out of it, because studies are equally important. You might think, oh, if I'm just acting and I do not pay attention to studies, that's not right. That doesn't mean you have to excel in studies and excel in acting, but you should have a basic understanding. Like some people who are not able to speak proper English and they're acting, that does affect them in getting roles too. So you should have an equal balance of whatever you are doing. And I'm sure schools, your teachers, people around you, if you have a good support system, it's not going to be that hard. And you have to be very careful with choosing what projects you're doing, the time frame of those projects. If anything seems too suspicious, or they're asking you money for it, like, oh, you give me money, I'll give you a role, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I think those are useful things that people can take away. What are your future plans, Dishita? What do you want to do once you're out of school?
I want to pursue commerce, but I want to do acting as a hobby still. So
Okay.
I'm not very confident in what I exactly want to do after taking commerce 11, 12th, but I still think I have time enough for it. And I've been very grateful to be guided by really nice people around me. So if you're confused in taking like a subject choice, like if you want to take A levels, IBDP, CBSE, junior college, you should take down time, sit, see what you want to do in life, see what are your main goals, what do you want to achieve. If you want to go outside India, you want to study in India, you want to do undergrad in India or postgrad outside India, you should sit with an adult who has experienced this. Talk to your seniors, probably, who have gone, like 11, 12th graders. I'm sure we have Instagram now, you can connect with them. Oh, how's life there, is it nice? And if you want to go outside India, how should you build your college profile, like CAS and all, what you want to do if you're doing IBDP. Or if you want to stay in India, you want to give any competitive exams, what are the syllabus guides for it, what do I need to study for it.
Right. So you want to continue to do acting as a hobby, but you're very much interested in focusing on your education also.
Yes.
If you didn't have acting, where do you think you would be? What do you think you would be doing?
I really enjoy art, so probably painting. And then I slowly developed a interest for commerce, accounting, business studies, and all of that as they were introduced to me in school. And I did attend few like workshops or like day programs which talked about how you can start your own business. So probably something along the lines mixing fashion with business.
So, Dishita, we're going to have a little fun now. I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. Let's be as rapid as possible. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Script in your hand or books in your hand? What's more stressful?
Books.
Your go to song on a tough day?
Any Bollywood song. Any will bring like a good party music would bring up my mood.
A subject you'd happily delete from school forever?
Maybe maths.
The last show or movie you binge watched?
I watched Mr. and Mrs. Mahi last.
One line from a role you'll never forget?
My ad. Sif 30 rupees, mama.
More fun on set or in class?
Both equally.
If your life were a movie, its title would be
Chaos. Organized chaos.
interesting. One thing fans say that always makes you smile?
We really appreciate you for your acting.
A co star or a teacher who's made a big impact on you?
My teachers all have made a big impact, like whether it's a math teacher, English teacher, science teacher, especially in my primary years when my teachers supported me. They showed up for my premieres or in class. They helped me, like, okay, fine, you're going for a shoot, that's okay. Miss You and Miss Rinda are like live examples for it. And then acting, I have thousands of examples. Like in each and every movie, I've shared a special bond with somebody or the other.
You like watching reels or YouTube shorts?
Reels.
One thing your friends tease you about?
I'll have to think about it. There are too many things to choose from. Oh, me juggling too many things at a time and then saying, "Oh, I have so much on my plate."
Okay. The emoji that describes you best?
The smiling emoji.
A dream role you'd love to play someday?
Probably something related to mythology, Indian mythology,
Hmm.
or Indian history.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Dishita, for doing this with us today.
Thank you, miss.
This was an excellent conversation and a chat. I am so glad to hear you talk so confidently, and it has been amazing. Thank you so much for being a part of this and coming here today.
Thank you so much, miss, for inviting me.
And I hope to see you again
I hope to
soon.
see you soon, miss. It's been
Thank you.
7 years since the last time we met.
I remember. I know that. I know that. It was great. Thank you.
Thank you, miss.
Despite working with the biggest stars, Dishita remains real, grounded, and untouched by glamour. She speaks about fearless growth, jumping off cliffs, valuing education, and sharing a deep and a pressure free bond with her supportive parents.
With wisdom beyond her years, she definitely tells us that a hobby need not be always a profession, and that's perfectly okay.
Thank you for joining the native tribe behind every child, and this is our tribe. See you in the next episode.